Now, every year, South Africa commemorates Human Rights Day on the 21st of March in remembrance of the sacrifices that accompanied the country's struggle for democracy. President Ramaphosa is set to deliver this year's keynote address in Dar in the Northern Cape. The day is the anniversary of the Sharpeville massacre of 1960, when apartheid police killed 69 peaceful protesters. This year's event is commemorated under the theme Consolidating and Sustaining Human Rights Culture into the Future. Our senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is there for us with the very latest. Good morning, Siphamandla. Perhaps let's start with the significance of the day and, more importantly, PAC's leading role.
Absolutely. Historically, this is one of the most important days in the South African calendar in terms of the struggle for liberation. It's one of those days that highlighted the brutality of apartheid state and how that, in a way, got the exposure, the killing of people who were protesting, ensuring that they suppress those who were fighting for freedom. Of course, there will always be a debate about the historical context. The PAC strongly coming out, feeling that the history of this day is being distorted. They feel that the PAC is not given enough recognition for what happened in Sharpeville, and there are calls to go back in commemorating this day in the original format or event. But fast forward to 2023, the issue of human rights in South Africa remains a very important one. The struggle is no longer the same. Back then, we were fighting for liberation, but now there is the struggle against poverty, inequality, unemployment, the issue of violent crime. All those things affect the issue of human rights, the dignity of South Africans. As we speak, women in South Africa are under siege. They are being raped and killed by men. So what kind of society whereby the issue of human rights are not protected and valued? That's the struggle that many South Africans face today. I want to show you what is happening here in the R. This is the sport field. This is where President Ramaphosa will be addressing today's commemoration. Of course, it's a big day. It's coming to the Northern Cape DR for rotational purposes only, not because there is something significant and specific about it. Every year, national events, commemorations, they will be taken to various parts of the country. So this time around, we are in the Northern Cape DR, one of the smallest communities basically. And it's interesting, if you check on my left, which Joe Komane will show you, you've got facilities there in terms of the South African Police Service, Correctional Service, the Department of Justice. Those are some of the key departments that are very crucial when it comes to the protection of human rights in South Africa, in a sense that in a violent, crime-ridden society, how are South Africans meant to live when they are not guaranteed of their safety? So you think this day is important in a sense that people will get reminded about their human rights, but they are totally different from what used to be in the past, because things have changed. There is political freedom, but there are many socio-economic challenges that are encroaching and basically undermining the rights of South African citizens. We'll just take a walk and show you what is happening inside the tent. We expect that President Ramaphosa will arrive in about an hour or so from now. The program will get underway. He is, of course, the main speaker as the President of the Republic. But you see that even youngsters have come out in their numbers here to basically listen to the message that will be delivered by the President under the theme Consolidating and Sustaining Human Rights Culture to the Future. So that is the theme for this year's event, and many people have packed this marquee here. They want to hear what the President will say, but as I've alluded, that the issue of human rights is a very critical one, particularly in the South African context. Yes, there is that historical background and past, but fast forward to the modern society. What are the challenges that are plaguing the modern society in South Africa? What kind of society did the ANC-led government anticipate when they took over power in 1994? So we expect to hear how the President's administration will ensure that the rights of South African citizens are protected.
right, Siphamandla, we'll leave it there for now and catch up with you as soon as the president does a kick-off of proceedings. So that was Senior Reporter Siphamandla Goge in the Northern Cape for us this morning.